Education is not preparation for life. Education is life itself. They know enough who know how to learn. Education is the ability to listen to almost anything without losing your temper or your self-confidence. They cannot stop me. I will get my education if it is in the home, school, or any place. Education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. He who opens a school door closes a prison. Education is the ability to meet life situations. Learning starts with failure. The first failure is the beginning of education. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. Education consists mainly of what we have unlearned. If you have to put someone on a pedestal, put teachers. They are society's heroes. The duties of a teacher are neither few nor small, but they elevate the mind and give energy to the character. The best teachers are those who show you where to look, but don't tell you what to see. Better than 1,000 days of diligent study is one day with a great teacher. Your heart is slightly bigger than the average human heart, but that's because you're a teacher. Teachers can change lives with just the right mix of chalk and challenges. Teaching is the greatest act of optimism. One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. Students, don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. It is not what is poured into a student that counts, but what is planted.
Good evening, everybody. Could you please confirm if I'm audible? Thank you. Thank you all for registering and attending this one-week national level online faculty development program on outcome-based education and essential AI tools for teachers. This is organized by the Internal Quality Assurance Cell, IQAC, of Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda Centenary College, Autonomous, Rahara, Kolkata, in association with the Department of Mathematics, Chaudhry Charan Singh University, Meerut, and co-hosted by IPSA Solutions Limited. Today, we would like to welcome Dr. Suresh Nambudri, who is the Director of SPO Technologies, Pune, and he will be the resource person for today. And we would also like to welcome all the FTP participants of today. Now, a few things about this FTP. This is a one-week FTP program with live sessions from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And this is the fourth day of our FTP. Fee for the LMS access and processing of certificate is rupees 500. All the participants who have paid the processing fee will receive the LMS access, the video recordings for all the days, and the provision to download your FTP completion certificate. The procedure for receiving the certificate will be informed to you towards the end of the FTP. If any of you are yet to make the payment, please make the payment of rupees 500 to the account details I will put in the chat shortly. If you are unable to attend any of the live sessions, they will be available in the LMS. We have shared the LMS access details through email to those who have shared the payment proof in WhatsApp till yesterday. Those who have shared the payment proof in WhatsApp today will receive the LMS access details later in the day or by tomorrow only. If any of you have any trouble in attending the WebEx online session, you can also join the YouTube live session. The link of I have already put in the chat. You can use that link to join the YouTube live session. My name is 𝐂𝐂𝐒 𝐔𝐽𝐻. I'm working as Global Relations Manager for IPSA Solutions Limited, and I will be the event moderator. Now, coming on to today's session. Today's session, we The topic will be on underlying threats of OBE and also on ChatGPT and AI tools. This will be delivered by Dr. Suresh Nambudiri, who is the Director of SPF Technologies, Pune. Dr. Suresh Nambudiri is a product design specialist in automobiles, consumer electronics, home appliances, computers, and telecommunication with over 30 years of industry experience. When he resigned from the corporate world to contribute to Indian education sector, he was the chief operating officer with Tata Motors. He was part of the team that developed the first Indian car, Indica. He has developed over 200 products, including washing machines, refrigerators, desktop and laptop computers, smartphones, and accessories, many of them for the first time in India. He has traveled over 22 countries and closely worked with engineers from 8 countries. He is a highly sought after professional for senior positions in engineering and management for Indian and MNCs operating in India. The insights gathered from interviewing over 12,000 candidates made him investigate and research the state of Indian education, particularly in engineering education. The findings eventually led him to associate with a global team of 100 industry professionals and 2 Ivy League universities for a pan-India ethnographic survey for unearthing root causes and finding sustainable solutions. Currently, Dr. Suresh Nambudiri is working as the Director for SPF Technologies Pune. He has served as a resource person for faculty development programs in the top outcome-based education, critical and creative thinking, ChatGPT and AI tools for educators, design thinking, etc. He is currently collaborating with HEIs like IITs and NITs and other premium institutions for improving the employability of students. He is a mentor, researcher, and an educator in addition to a senior corporate consultant. He is a BTech Mechanical, MTech Production Engineering, and MBA New Product Development. His PhD research subject is cognitive rigor requirement for startup and entrepreneurship. Over to you, sir.
Sachin, thanks for the introduction and good evening to all. Today, I am very happy to speak to you regarding OBE and how we can achieve OBE with the help of AI and various skills related to AI. So according to our schedule, I will be having two sessions here, that is today and tomorrow. So we have got 4 hours and I am going to cover 4 different subjects, but interrelated with you. First, I am going to speak about outcome-based education, that is OBE, and why it is. That is what underlying threats. What is that underlying threats about OBE? So this is what I am going to speak to you first. Second, I am going to speak to you regarding 100 plus ways you can use ChatGPT or generative AI for an exciting classroom. So I would like to cover these 2 subjects today, and for tomorrow I will be having first session as AI is the key important secret of getting the key information from generative AI, that is prompting. You must be knowing that prompting is the most valuable job in the world now, and that is what I am going to speak to you tomorrow, first session. Tomorrow, second session, I am going to devote for tomorrow, second session in the sense, second half, I am going to devote for how to use AI for research and publications. So these are the 3-4 things I will repeat. First, I am going to speak about underlying threats of OBE. Whether OBE is only for some calculation of attainment, or why are we doing this, and what is its importance, and how we can attain the objectives. You must be knowing that there are several countries, they tried OBE and they stopped using it. Now they are not using OBE. Therefore, we need to understand what is the underlying threats of OBE, and we need to work accordingly. So second, today I am going to speak about 100 and plus ways to use ChatGPT in the classroom for an exciting classroom. So these are the two things I am going to speak today. And every participant, I request you to note whatever I am going to speak today or I am speaking today, it is not there on internet. These are all developed exclusively based on our requirement, and these data and these interpretations and these details will not be there on internet anywhere. So therefore, you are going to get some exclusive information, and for that you can use in your classroom and in your personal life. And most of this, because of the time pressure, because these two I am normally covering in a 2 days faculty development program, that is offline. Therefore, here I must explain things in a selective way to you. Therefore, you need to get access to LMS, that is learning management system, especially when you are speaking about this 100 plus ways to use ChatGPT for an exciting classroom. I will not be able to speak about all 100. Therefore, I will be choosy. All representative ideas I will be presenting in front of you. But for more details, I will be there with the LMS. Similarly, when it comes to prompt engineering, that is prompting, I will be able to show some of the prompting important, but for details, you can always access LMS. Then it comes to the research. So here also details will be there. So let us first start with our first session out of 4. That is, what are the underlying threats of OBE, that is outcome-based education. Let me share my slides first. You may ask why this OBE is written like a 20th century fox. It is because it is so important. It is because it is so important. In my personal opinion, with so many years, decades of experience in industry and academia, and comparing our capability with the similar people, researchers, teachers, engineers with various countries, one thing I can tell you that OBE might be a last chance of survival for our economic system. The reason is without OBE, it is not possible for India to become a superpower. You ask our administrators envisage. I will show you how and why. Now let us go to the next slide. This is a newspaper I have taken photograph some few weeks ago. Here you see there are phones, there are laptops, there are air conditioners, there are taps, there are refrigerators, there are TVs. All these things are foreign. Even if they are getting manufactured in India, they are all assembled here in India. Means they are all coming in various parts to India and they are getting assembled. We need to understand that even though we started IT about 45 years ago, we have not developed one operating system, one keyboard, one mouse, or any of the things related to computers. It is the same thing with the various fields. Even though India has got more than 2,500 colleges giving MCA, that is Master in Computer Application, we have not developed one application of global standard. These are all the things shows that our research and our education, it is not helping anyone to create anything new. Even though we claim that our people are there in US heading various top companies, but we need to understand that they all went there, they had a different type of education there. After that education, after merging with those systems, they become CEOs or chief of certain companies there in US. We need to look at ourselves, why we are in this condition, why we are not able to develop these things in India. So this is what one of the main reason we need OBE, outcome-based education, because our students should be able to meet graduate attributes. If you see whether it is UGC, whether it is AICT, go there and see the graduate attributes. We will see that anyone who is attaining graduate attributes, they will be able to meet the expectation of the country. But if we are not able to meet that, we will continue to depend on other countries for our basic thing. The main thing, if you see World Bank or OECD records, we will see that India's imports are finished engineering goods, finished item, and our exports are natural raw material. Our exports are human, exports are skilled human, and our exports are low skill software, low skill work. It has to be reversed. We must be exporting high skilled products. We must be importing what are the raw materials required. Then our youth will get employment. Then our economy is going to flourish. Then $1 is equal to, it can become $1 is equal to 1 rupee. This is the situation. Then we can say that our Bharat, Mera Bharat Mahan. This is what our requirement with the OBE. We need to strive. It is not about that tabulating something or calculating the attainment. I am going to show you some of the very important thing, how to do it and how we can achieve it. Now this is another one, a screenshot from NDTV. This completely shows everything coming from some enemy countries. Now you see this one. This is I have taken this screenshot from Reddit last week. India Tech, Apple iOS 17 versus Samsung One UI 6 versus Xiaomi Hyper OS, and it is and the person is asking, who did it better? I feel so inferior and so small. There is a Chinese operating system. There is a South Korean operating system. South Korea got independence in the same year as India. And this is US. And we do not have any operating system to say. IIT Kanpur had a world's one of the best supercomputers in 1965. IIT Bombay started BTech computer science in 1978. And we have developed only those people. They can develop something based on somebody else's language, somebody else's computer, somebody else's direction, somebody else's architecture. We need to think that why we came to such a situation. And so let us go further. Now, this is a Wikipedia page. It shows list of inventors. You can go there and see there are more than 1,300 names are there categorized according to country. If they or it is in an alphabetical way. If you go and see how many people are from India? There are only 4. That too, this 4 is starting from Sushruta. He invented surgery. That is what our track record. And where are we failing? Where are we failing? We need to understand this. If you see like that, I will tell you one classic example. Then we will go ahead. You know that there is Apple iPhone. A new iPhone. It is iPhone 15 Pro. iPhone 15 Pro on Amazon.in, it is costing some 1.72 lakh rupees for one phone. And people are standing queue overnight to buy that phone by paying 1.72 lakh rupees. One material science company, material science lab in America, they purchased this iPhone 15 Pro and they pulverized it. They made it like a fine powder, like a wheat atta. They went and did the analysis of the material. They means how much copper, how much glass, which plastic, and how much aluminum, etc., etc. They found a surprising thing. Total material cost of iPhone 15 Pro is only $1.1. That is 90 rupee material is becoming 1.72 lakh rupees worth of a product. And who is getting it? The person who is conceiving, developing that company is getting it. Not the company who is assembling it. Not the country which is assembling it. So if we are in the assembly, then we are just following Macaulay's theory. Macaulay's ghosts are not leaving us. If we have to become creative, like what we were in ancient Indian educational system, like ancient India, if we want to become that superior, we have to develop certain skills. We are going to speak about that one in this particular session. That is what part of the OBE. Let us go to the next. See, this is what when we see a ship going on the sea, we only see the top side of the ship. We don't see the bottom. How many decks are there below? That is what when I see a mobile phone like this, on this mobile phone, we are only seeing the assembly, that is outside part of it. But actually, when we are going see this one, if there is a ship, there are many things underneath. There are many things underneath the ship. Therefore, being a product development specialist, I can tell you this: for developing one mobile phone like this, there are about 7 lakh decision points. Like it is not seen by the people. These are all underneath. Like I made an industrial design type of a calculation for making a dosa. There are some 36 decision points are there. Means you call a Japanese or Korean and ask them to make a dosa. There are, sir, about 36 places they have to stand and decide. I have to do like this, I have to do like this, or I have to do like this. While doing this, we develop our skills. Our skills are developed only by doing and taking critical decisions. So when we are when we are developing a mobile phone from scratch, there are more than 6 lakh decision points. And when we are only assembling it here in India, our youth are not getting exposed to this 6 lakh decision points. They are not going to receive any skill. So these type of things are necessary to be made here in India. That is what the OBE is. Now let us come to see, this is what the Bloom's taxonomy. We all know about the cognitive domain of Bloom's taxonomy, but we always use it only for setting question paper. But Bloom's taxonomy, at the same time, it is a level of attainment. We can say like that, if somebody is in the create level of Bloom's taxonomy in certain things, we need to understand that that person has got the ability to create something of in that particular domain. Or if a person has got only for remembering, that person will not be useful for anything else, anything at all. So this is the result of a pan-India study about the attainment from across India, that is Marthandam in the south to Sundarnagar, Himachal Pradesh in the north, and Bhuj in Gujarat in the west to Dibrugarh. Means specifically University College of Engineering Technology in Dibrugarh, and in Bhuj it is a government college of engineering, Bhuj, and on the north it is Jawaharlal Nehru College of Engineering, Sundarnagar. From these places, about combining these extremes, we have met parents and students and teachers of 258 engineering and higher education institutions of India. So this is the survey from there. 94% of our graduates are confused graduates, and they are in the Bloom's remember stage. They can only repeat what was there in the book, and specific thing is that even after completing a 4-year degree or 3-year degree with some 48 to 56 different subjects, they are not interested in any subject at all. They are not interested in even one paper. They cannot say they are interested in anything. They can only do this repetition. That is what 94% of graduates are confused graduates. This is a big social issue here. This is the type of people, they go and fight at home. They want to go for higher studies because they want to continue their student life. That's all. They are not interested in any special thing. They fight, they make their parents to struggle, sell their homes, and they want to go to Germany, they want to go to Australia, they want to go to US only to continue this. This 94% of students coming out of our educational system without any interest in any of the field, they are actually damaging our peace of mind across the country. This is what happening there. No employer is interested to select from this particular group. Now let us see, they are in the Bloom's comprehension level. Comprehension in the sense, that they can tell about what they learned in their own words. This comprehension level people are 3.7% all over India. These companies like TCS, Accenture, these type of mass recruiters and all, they are following this because whatever type of the work they do, that is a development work under somebody. For this comprehension knowledge is enough. And these are the type of people, only 3.7%. Now let us go to some people who can apply. Means that they can understand some concept from here. They can apply that particular concept in some other place. This type of people are only 1.5%. This 1.5% of people, they are the best any employer can get in India. This is 1.5. That means if there are 1,000 passing out students, about 15 people can actually do some of the work which is in Bloom's apply level in any field. There may be ups and downs here and there, but on an average in our country, it is only 15 people out of 1,000. They can be entrusted with a work like this. This is very sad. And when we are going to higher level of higher order thinking, that is HOT. HOT is only 0.8%. When we are speaking about HOT, that is on Bloom's analyze, evaluate, and create. If we see like that, we must understand these are the people, cream of the people. They should be leading the country technologically, scientifically, social, economic, psychology, language, any field. They are the people. They should be leading the country. But here we are getting only 0.8%. We need to understand an important point. If you go to Wikipedia, there is an entry called gifted people. Gifted people in the sense, a girl who can dance without learning dancing, a person who can do tabla without even learning tabla. These are, or some people, they are very good in mathematics, like a poem. They derive equation, they solve problem, and they solve problem. These are all the people, gifted people. In Wikipedia, they say like that in every democracy across the world, there are 1.5 percentage of the people, they are gifted people. In India, what is happening? Even we are not able to preserve those gifted people. We are chasing away gifted people. The gifted people, they are not joining exactly the same branch or course or anything where they are really interested in, or they are not working in those places where sixth sense work. Therefore, we are actually losing them. It is only 0.8 percentage. Now, our main point is that how to do, because there is no meaning of saying this is what the situation. Parents are like this, students are like this, because that is not the language of a decision maker or a visionary. It is important that whatever is the situation, for example, if an enemy country coming and trying to attack us, we are going to defend our nation with all our might. We are not going to say like that Pakistan is like that, China is like that. We are going to fight for our nation. In the same way, here we cannot complain that students are like that, students are not going to do. We have to see like that what is necessary for the country. We cannot continue to pay 56,000 crore rupees only to buy chargers and cables from China. We cannot be, even though we are the second biggest exporter of smartphones from here, but nothing is designed here. Unless we design, unless we develop the parts here, it is not a manufacturing at all. It is only an assembly. So, but India can do that. That is the reason OBE is very, very important. Now, let us go ahead and see what can be done for this. Now, how this is affecting the graduate attributes. Anyone who is going for a graduation, his ultimate attainment is graduate attribute. Okay, this is for engineering. Here we will see like that. This is a mapping with the graduate attribute to the corresponding Bloom's learning objective. Here you see engineering knowledge apply, problem analysis evaluate. This is for the OBE graduate attribute for AICT. And here you will see that this is what for UGC. Both these places we will see that we are not getting nobody is actually attaining graduate attributes excepting some 1.5 to 2 percentage. Means according to graduate attributes mapped against the cognitive learning level on Bloom's taxonomy. Now, let us speak about something very, very important and the reason behind. Why foreign university syllabi don't produce the same results in India? It is not getting same result. There are many universities and institutions here. They claim that we copied the syllabus from that university, this university. In this internet age, there is no problem of copying any university's syllabus here. But why we are not getting the same result here in India? I am going to speak about that particular point here. You know that Bloom's taxonomy that was created in 1956 by Dr. Benjamin Bloom and team, and it got revised in 2001 to 2005 by a team with some of the living members of the earlier team and with some other interested people there. Most of the people in India, they think that this is what 2001. They only think that Bloom's taxonomy's difference was evaluation and creation. That is, synthesis got changed to create, evaluation becomes second, and then create went top, and knowledge name got changed to remember. That is not exactly. In revised Sijin,
Yes,
there was a message that someone is not able to see the presentation. Are you able to see?
I'm able to see it. Might be an
Okay, then
issue
it
with
is.
their,
Then it will be his
yeah,
or her system
yeah.
problem. Okay, fine. We'll continue.
Yeah. Please continue.
Yeah.
I'll
See.
stop you if there is an issue. Okay.
Okay, fine.
I will intervene.
Please inform me if there is any issue. Okay.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. Now, this is what this is what we need to understand. This once you see this, your understanding of Bloom's taxonomy will go up. This, it is not that the word knowledge got changed with the, yes, it is not that the word knowledge got changed to remember. It is in revised Bloom's taxonomy, the knowledge got divided into 4 levels. Knowledge got divided into 4 levels. I am going to show you here. Show you here. That is based on knowledge has become a dimension based on thought processes and levels of content. Let us go to the next stage. This is what the revised Bloom's taxonomy. That is, remember that knowledge got changed. Remember here with this knowledge has put into 4 different steps, different levels. That is factual knowledge, conceptual knowledge, procedural knowledge, metacognitive knowledge, or in the sense, in the beginning, it is a concrete knowledge to abstract knowledge. Factual knowledge is a concrete knowledge. Metacognition is an abstract knowledge. Please see this. These type of things you won't see anywhere. So please put your attention. I am going to tell you something very important. For example, remember factual, it is recite or list. Remember conceptual, it is recognize. Remember procedural, it is recall. Remember metacognitive, identify. Please understand this is a high level of skill in the remember if you can identify. These are all not combined list of verbs as we see in our normal textbooks. Comprehend factual, is coming summarize. Comprehend conceptual, it is classify. Comprehend procedural, it is demonstrate. Comprehend metacognitive, it is understand. Please see the level of understand. It is comprehend metacognitive. What is metacognitive? It is thinking about our own thinking. So understanding is that type of a metacognitive level skill. It is not that we cannot say comprehend is understand. We cannot say remember is knowledge. Comprehend is not understand. Comprehend metacognitive is understand. Similarly, apply. Apply factual is employ. Apply conceptual is provide. Apply procedural is carry out. Apply metacognitive is use. Apply metacognitive is use. Means when we say we use something, we know our requirement. We know somebody else's requirement. So applying metacognitive is the thing called use. Similarly, analyze factual, deconstruct, analyze conceptual, investigate, analyze procedural, discover, analyze metacognitive, separate, analyze, evaluate, critique, analyze conceptual, modify, evaluate procedural, judge, evaluate metacognitive, decide, create factual, produce. See, produce means what? Even produce means we own work that demonstrates a knowledge and understanding of how systems and other professionals work. Create conceptual, generate. This is what we have to understand. ChatGPT is at this level. Generative AI on Bloom's taxonomy, it is at this level. Generate, create conceptual, create procedural is design, create metacognitive is create. So this is what the real Bloom's taxonomy cognitive domain as they devised in 2001 to 2005. Now I will tell you certain thing. I hear some people say, my son is very smart. He can take the phone and he can do this thing. He is actually doing doing remember procedural, that's all. He is doing recall. But at the same time, if that same boy, he is using Android phone and learning something, then he is taking a Apple and iPhone and doing the similar thing. It is with a different operating system. Then we can say that he is in apply carry out. Means he is doing it in a different way. This is what the level difference in Bloom's taxonomy. So therefore, Bloom's taxonomy, if we see, I can explain it in a very, in a little different way. It is called cognitive rigor matrix. In USA, in most of the developed countries, they are speaking in the terms of cognitive rigor now. That is what they put this in a knowledge level called this. On vertical, it is Bloom's taxonomy. On horizontal, it is Webb's. It is cognitive rigor. That is depth of knowledge. The lowest depth of knowledge is recall and reproduction. Next depth of knowledge is skill and concept. Then next depth of knowledge is strategic thinking, reasoning. Next is extended thinking. If we have to attain OBE in the real way, we need to understand the concept of this depth of knowledge and Bloom's taxonomy, how it is interrelated. Now let us come back to our Bloom's taxonomy, that list. There is no meaning of complaining. We should understand that how to take our students from lower level to top level. Please understand, take South Korea, take Japan, take Australia, take France, take America, take Canada. There is nowhere that this Bloom's remember level people are zero. Even those places are also about 40 to 50% of common people they are passing out from colleges. They are in something around remember level. But a country like India or in our colleges, we cannot have this. If we have to grow, what is required is this top higher order thinking. This 0.8% should become something around 9 to 10%. Our 9 to 10% should be in the higher order thinking, and then at least in apply level we need some 20 to 25% people, and in the comprehension level we can have some 30% people, and in that way we can have some remember some 40%. So we need to see like that, what are the things to be done. This Bloom's verbs, they themselves explain what are the things to be done. Now you see, for the comprehension, we need to interpret, we need to exemplify, we need to summarize, infer, compare, explain, paraphrase, discuss. If you have to do this, what is required urgently is we need language for comprehension. Language for comprehension or literacy to develop insight. Unless we have the literacy to develop insight, we are not going to comprehend anything at all. As someone was telling that if I know something, I will be able to explain that particular thing at least 5 to 6 different ways. If I cannot do that in my own words, it is an example that I do not know that subject well. If I do not that subject well, there is no chance that I will develop a pride in that subject. I will devote my time for that subject. I will start developing something in that subject. I will start inventing something in that. Nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to happen. Therefore, important thing is, if a student has to come from Bloom's remember level to comprehension level, first level is language for comprehension or literacy for insight. It is not that in every syllabus, in every university, I have seen that there is one particular subject paper in the beginning called communication skill. But we are totally misinterpreting communication skill. Communication skill is not about a person's ability to speak or write. A communication skill now, it is his or her ability to read and understand, write and understand. Read and understand, listen and understand, read between the lines. I have seen that in many of the top national institutes, there are students there. If a good standard textbook is given to them, their reading speed is 1.5 pages per hour. If the reading is 1.5 pages per hour, how are our students going to develop insights? They are not going to read stories. They are not going to read jokes about a subject. They are not going to develop insights of that. So the key thing is, fundamental key thing is language for comprehension. Now, let us see like this, how to go next. Next is, if someone has to go from comprehension to critical, the apply level of Bloom's taxonomy, what is required is critical and creative thinking. See, critical and creative thinking is very well explained even in the new educational policy. It is there in everywhere. It is there in graduate attributes. But just to look, in our entire education system, where this critical and creative thinking is taught, it is not there in the school. It is not in the syllabus of any of the +2. It is not in the syllabus of any of the graduation, not in the post-graduation. Whether anybody is speaking in that critical thinking where nobody is doing, from where it is going to come. This is what critical and creative thinking, this is what the most important. Without critical and creative thinking, no one is going to go anywhere above this comprehension level. So, after that, anyone who has to go to higher level or higher order thinking, what they require is idea, exposure, and worldview. People complain that there are no practical examples given in our classes. But see this. Why our 2,500 colleges which is giving MCA degrees, why they are not able to give an application? Whatever knowledge of the theory or concepts I know, unless I know someone with a problem or unless I can identify a gap, then I will not be able to do any application. If I have to apply something, whether it is Pythagoras theorem or kinematics of machinery or any of the economic theory, if I know only theory, if I don't know someone who is suffering, someone who has got a need, someone who is wanting something, unless I can understand their state or emotion, I am not going to invent anything. I am not going to find an application for that. So what is required is our students, they need idea, exposure, and worldview. Idea, exposure, and worldview. I will tell you one very good example. You know that Apple Computers, Steve Jobs, he was the CEO of Apple Computers, and there are so many studies. They say Steve Jobs was the most creative CEO. Now, what is the definition of creativity by this most creative person? He says that creativity is nothing but rearranging what we already know. It is not that something out of the box. There is nothing called out of the box. Everything is inside the box. It is rearranging what we already know. That means if we know so many things, we have so many things to rearrange, so we can become more creative. If we don't know, if our exposure is so less, if we have very less worldview, we will not have anything to rearrange. We will not be creative. We will not be able to find any application at all. So this is what these are the three things which are key things for raising students through Bloom's taxonomy. That is language for comprehension or literacy for insight, critical and creative thinking, and idea, exposure, and worldview. So we will see like this. When we come back to this cognitive rigor matrix, let us see, this is the first 7. Unless we have language for comprehension, we are not going to reach anywhere here. Then unless we have critical and creative thinking, we are not going to reach anywhere here. Then if we don't have idea, exposure, and worldview, we are not going to reach anywhere here. We can fabricate data. We can tell that we are good, we have that, we have this, but we are not going to reach anywhere as a country. For this purpose, we need OBE, that is outcome-based education. Our students should be able to do such things, and we need generations of people who can do such things with quality, not quantity. So this is the key information we all should have as part of higher education system of this country. We are interested in OBE. We are patriotic people. We stay in this country and try to bring a new generation. We need to think that we have to develop this type of system. There are many autonomous institutions in this country, but their autonomy ends only when they make some deans, make some accounting system and their own examination system. How many autonomous institutions are actually using their autonomy for the real building of cognitive rigor in their students? How many of the autonomous colleges, they are bringing their own teaching learning style? How many of the autonomous institutions, they are actually putting effort to invent what is the most suitable learning process for their students? This is what we have to think when we are thinking about OBE. Now I am going to show the face of a very young man, handsome man, and his name is Lev Vygotsky. You take any country, developed country from east to west and south to north, you will see that they all follow his learning theories. His learning theories are social cognitive constructivism. Social cognitive constructivism says that every student construct his or her learning. Constructing. That means you are teaching to a class of about 60 students, and each student is going to construct your saying in different ways. It is based on their background. It is based on their thinking. It is based on their opinion about you, their opinion about the college, their opinion about the subject. What are the things they spoke about this subject by seniors, or this combination? So everyone is going to construct their own knowledge. Therefore, we need to think from this point of view. Unfortunately, in this country, what happened is that the policy makers who decided that PhD is required for teaching some subject, they are all thinking that this learning is a mechanical process. I, being a mass production engineer, now devoted lot to educational psychology and artificial intelligence and educational technology. I will tell you that I have designed car assembly lines. Means it starts from assembling from a chassis, then adding one and coming to the end, making a car. Human mind is not like that. Human mind, we need different approach. It is not possible that first year you teach this, second year you teach this, finally like a car assembled, you will come out with a good graduate or a good graduate engineer. It is not going to happen. We need to follow Lev Vygotsky's theories, like a social constructive, social cognitive constructivism. It says that first you respect that human mind and totally explain everything to that person. Then you start explaining detail. You know what? I am from Pune, and a few years ago, I had to tutor my niece. She was in the 11th and 12th standard. I found out that Maharashtra government implemented social cognitive constructivism in the school, but they have not implemented this in higher education. These are all the things I do not know. It is not that we do not know this. It is only thing is that somewhere it is getting stuck. But my respected participants, these are all the things I am telling you, because these are all the ways in which we are going to grow. You are going to grow. You are going to radiate energy. You are going to radiate positivity if you approach your students with certain learning theories like this. So today I am going to speak about this. What are the underlying threads of this this OBE? Why are we using this and how to use this? This is what I am coming to almost in the end of my first session. It is already nearing 8 o'clock. See, these are all the things. Students construct their knowledge. The learning is mediated. Cognitive development is not a direct result of activity, but it is indirect. Other people must interact with the learner. That is what the social side of this. Language plays a central role in mental development. How many words we know, those many windows we open. Because if there are no similar words, even though we say like that, this is the meaning of that, but the words meanings are not same. So therefore, language plays a central role. See, I am a mechanical engineer, and people say like that, why should one learn language for learning mechanical engineering? Without in language, we are not going to develop insight. If we are to do that one, exactly Macaulay style, how to turn a spanner, even to turn a spanner properly, we should have the language, we should have the insight. So now let us go to the next slide here. That is about learning appear twice. Development cannot be separated from a social context. These are the main things of 𝐊𝐻𝐳𝐸𝐾's pedagogical work. Now, I am coming back to the 3 important principles. These are to be included in faculty development program in our syllabus. They are language for comprehension, idea exposure, critical and creative thinking, and idea exposure and worldview. Without these 3 fundamental attributes, no student, I am repeating, no student can attain any of the graduate attributes. Okay. This is what the message from my first session. Now it is coming to 8 o'clock. Now we will go to the second. So meanwhile, if anyone has got any clarification or question, I will answer.
If any of you have any questions to Dr. Suresh Nambudiri, please post that in the chat and he will pick it up.
So there are no questions in the chat, but still you can ask.
Yeah, I think so. You can proceed, and if there are,
okay.
Then we will
Okay, fine.
stop.
Okay, meanwhile, what I will do, I will okay. There is a question from Shravan Kumar sir. How can we use it in higher? It is very well and easy explains. Okay, how can we use in higher education? Okay, there are various ways to use it, and what I do, because it is going to take some time for explanation, and there is Dr. Mani Bachu. Their question: can you suggest some books to refer further? Actually, these are all insights extracted from various places. There is no single book on this, but one thing, I can send you some of the material. So what I will do is that I will whoever is interested, I will send you material, so that what I will do, I will give you my phone number. There is a WhatsApp. You please send your email ID. I will send those details to you. It is 967 367 0033. Because these questions are a little time consuming to answer. Therefore, what I do? Okay, say same way, Dr. Pan, sir, in the new NEP 2020 system, what are the options of critical thinking for college students? See, NEP 2020 is a vision. It is like we say, Loga Samasta Sugino Pavantu, means it's a vision. But we need tools. We need a structure to implement it. So you please send your detail. I will send those extracted the details to you. Okay, there is a question. How about the evaluation of graduate attributes? Should we expect graduates to learn all this in one course? It is not in one course, it is in one program. Means actually program outcome should embody everything from the graduate attributes. We have got a program, I think yesterday Dr. Mendes Jacob explained how to calculate them. Okay, there is an interesting thing in the context of artificial intelligence, whether OBE is losing its existence. No, OBE attainment is becoming easier now. OBE attainment is becoming easier. That is the reason we are discussing here how to implement various tools or various program with the help of AI so that it will help OBE. So now what I do, I will go ahead with the next section, and it is going to be much more interesting. This is 100+ smart ways to use ChatGPT for an exciting classroom. Now, from our OBE, why OBE is important and how to achieve this, we are coming to AI. So I am very sure that most of you would have tried ChatGPT or BAD at least once. I am assuming that, but still I will speak about that, because if you have any misunderstanding about this, or you can clear little more, because I have been working on artificial intelligence for a long time. We are one of the first people to develop education related products using generative AI, and I personally, with my own experience, because we have faced so many challenges with generative AI while developing, because I am a practitioner, I am not just a speaker of generative AI. And I have written 5 books on generative AI. They are all available there on Amazon. I am not speaking this for you to buy that, but it is only to show that one. I am going to speak about generative AI with authority, and any doubt you have, you can ask me. I have also given my phone number to you. Now, we are coming to generative AI. It has been hailed as a game changer for teachers, as it offers the opportunity for creating personalized, interactive, and engaging content that can capture students' attention and interest. This module explains over 100 smart methods. Before I go ahead, I wanted to tell you that still there are people, they believe generative AI is not that important. I will tell you, I am a person, I always believed that artificial intelligence is fake. Artificial intelligence means it is only an artificial, it is actually a fake thing. The reason is I am one of the first person to do computer aided design in India, that is right in 1987. And being a product development specialist, we always have a responsibility to design even the assembly lines. In that way, I got into robotics in the beginning of 1990. I become one of the special person who can understand robotics. I engaged with many robotic applications. So while doing this robotics, I met with so many people, application engineers, the installation, they claim AI. And when I see, I understood that nothing called AI. They all programmed something somewhere and it is human-like, and they say it is artificial intelligence. When we go to Amazon.in, we will see that these are the products you may like. That is not artificial intelligence. It is only recollecting and showing what are the things we searched in the past. When we go to Excel, we make 1, 2, 3, 4. We can just pull up to 500. It is also not an artificial intelligence. It's a program written there. So therefore, I always believed that artificial intelligence is a fake thing. But now I am sitting here, I am speaking to you, telling that you please learn artificial intelligence. Why I made this 180-degree turning, I will tell you. In 2023 February, before that, I have to tell you something. I have 2 daughters. They studied in Columbia University, New York. And in 2014, I happened to be there in New York in Columbia University. There I was attending a seminar that it was about automated essay grading. Automated essay grading. That means an essay or thesis or any writing, it can be fed to a computer and the computer will grade the essay. That particular seminar, I met one person. I forgot actually his name. He was a director of artificial intelligence lab at Harvard. He personally told me one thing: unless this particular computer can differentiate between sarcasm and a joke, differentiate between emotions, differentiate between various important information, sentiments, it is fake. It is only counting words and it is only checking some of the articles, etc. Then saying this essay is good, this thesis is not good, this hypothesis is not proven. It is fake. When I heard this thing from an artificial intelligence lab in charge from Harvard, I decided that it is fake. But what is actually remained in my brain is that a good AI software, or if anything to be called a real artificial intelligence, it should do the sentiment analysis. It should understand between various emotions of human mind. If that particular software can understand that, we can say that artificial intelligence has come. So in this year, 2023 February, actually I am a subscriber to Time Magazine. I was going through Time Magazine of that week. I was reading about a software called ChatGPT. One thing I got very much impressed, because when I read, someone has written that he copied his diary to ChatGPT and told ChatGPT, you write my diary in a Time Magazine style. ChatGPT wrote it. That moment, there's a 440-volt electricity passed through my spine. I realized that we are entering into another magical world. If a software can actually understand a person's diary, developing the insights of that, changing all the structure and writing in Time Magazine style, that means software knows what is the style of Time Magazine and it is writing it in that way. that means we are entering into a very different world. From that moment, I started reading a lot about ChatGPT. I started interacting with the ChatGPT's company, OpenAI. We are one of the first people to buy API from ChatGPT. We put so many educational related things into that. We are the first company in India to develop ChatGPT generative AI related this related products. According to UGC syllabus, AICTE syllabus, it has got direct implication for OBE, and we have developed a special communication program. It will take students through Bloom's taxonomy to up. These are all the things happily we did. And this, with that experience, I am speaking to you today. This generative AI is true. Anyone who is not taking care of generative AI in his or her profession, in teaching, they are all idiots or ignorant, irresponsible. These are one of these three I am repeating: idiot, ignorant, or irresponsible, because you cannot forget generative AI now. Only thing is that you should see that how to use it better, because it is already, it is stealing away jobs. I am going to show you one by one now onwards. This 1.5 session, that is half today. Now it is 8 to 10, and today up to 9 o'clock. Tomorrow full time. I am going to speak about generative AI and how to use it. Now let us go first here. Now I am focusing mainly on teachers, and you have got my phone number and you can ask me during the chat. I am going to answer all your questions, and one guarantee from my side is that you are going to gain much knowledge about ChatGPT, and you can get the answers which will not be available in YouTube or anywhere on internet, or most of the people will not get even from ChatGPT itself. Okay, now let us go next. You know that the teachers all over the world, they declare WhatsApp and Instagram as their enemies. And then God sent generative AI and ChatGPT. Because now teachers can develop similar exciting thing for their students and in their classroom. That is, they can create exciting, contextual and relevant content. I am repeating, exciting, contextual and relevant content using ChatGPT or any other. One thing, when I say ChatGPT, I am not endorsing ChatGPT. I am not getting any money from ChatGPT company. I am saying ChatGPT in the place of generative AI. Why? Because ChatGPT is the premium, is the #1 in that. And I tried Bar, I tried Gemini, I tried ChatGPT, and for me, ChatGPT has got higher power of reasoning. What I am looking for a generative AI, one of the main thing is reasoning. So ChatGPT has got much bigger thing in that. Now let us come to this. Now I am going little fast. What are the things ChatGPT can or generative AI can do? This is a brief of this. It can automate tasks. It can give advice. It can write and debug code. It can generate ideas and it can help brainstorm. It can create content. It can build websites and apps. It can do the charting and analyze data, generate data set, and create physical objects. Even it can do 3D printing. So, welcome to the magical world of pedagogical excellence. Welcome to the magical world of generative. Now, I am going to speak about some of the fundamental things first. That is, what is, okay. In this 100+ ways of ChatGPT, I will show you what are the things I am going to tell you. Then I will tell you. First, I will have introduction. Second, I will show using ChatGPT to prepare for classes. Third, I am going to speak using ChatGPT for providing instructional assistance. Fourth, using ChatGPT to help students practice critical thinking. Fifth, using ChatGPT to build creativity in the subject discipline. Sixth, using ChatGPT for creating assessments. Using ChatGPT for creating study aids. Using ChatGPT to develop classroom activities. Using ChatGPT to help students face examination. And various ways to students to use ChatGPT. Using ChatGPT for computer programming. Diverse use of ChatGPT in education. Then last, how can smart teachers prevent misuse of ChatGPT in class assignments? This is very important because I am going to tell you 10 steps to prevent misuse of ChatGPT in the classroom. So now let us go next. Before I start, let me tell you, this entire 100 ways in the form of notes, which is available on LMS. Today, I will not be able to show all this because of lack of time. I am allowed to use only 1 hour for this, which normally in my offline FDP program, I take about 1.5 days. But please understand this, that these are all the opportunities available to you, and you can get it from LMS, and you have my phone number. If anyone has got any clarification anytime, any doubt, I will be always ready to offer help. But my only request is that please don't call me and ask me to explain from the beginning. I will ask what you have done with that. I will check your understanding of that because I want to make sure you have put your effort. Then I will be happily putting the balance of my effort. So therefore, I will be always there to support you because I want each one of you to understand generative AI and start using that in the classroom. Now I am going to explain what is artificial intelligence. I am not going to speak any technical thing. Artificial intelligence is nothing but a computer program which gives result human-like. As I was telling you earlier, that it can be a robot, it can be from Amazon, it can be from anything which will actually giving a human-like response. Now I want to tell you why we have given one parrot image here. It is because artificial intelligence means traditional artificial intelligence. It was like a parrot. It will tell what it is taught for. But generative AI, things are going to be different. Now I am going to speak two things. How intelligent is artificial intelligence? So there are two things I am going to speak to you here together. How intelligent is artificial intelligence? How artificial is artificial intelligence? While doing this, I will do the differentiation between what was that traditional AI, which I always thought that it is fake, and what is the generative AI, which I believe it is true, and I am telling you, please practice. This is what is the line I am going to tell you through an example. You know Dr. Devi Shetty. He is a famous heart surgeon. Now, suppose Dr. Devi Shetty decides that he is going to make some robot. They can do the heart surgery. If Dr. Devi Shetty is following the earlier traditional AI, the option for him is that whatever he knows, he can write through computer program and he can train or he can teach that particular robot. And that robot will do the surgery. But there is a problem. If that robot comes across a situation which it is not trained, which it is not programmed, it will get stuck. It will not go forward. It will stop there. This is what exactly happened with. You must be knowing that there was a chess player robot called Deep Blue by IBM. It got stuck in those places where the programming was not there. So, but in the case of generative AI, for example, if Dr. Devi Shetty decides that he is going to train some robot for the heart surgery using generative AI, then what happens is that Dr. Devi Shetty will train these robots using machine learning technology. And what happens? This machine learning, they observe some 300 or 400 surgeries of Dr. Devi Shetty. Then these robots will start doing surgery. Even if it comes to a situation where it has not exposed, it will continue to do surgery because it has got access to trained data of about more than 125 billion text papers all over the world. It can understand what is next. So that is the difference between traditional AI and generative AI. And this is giving so much of opportunity to us. I will tell you now, I know that in this particular program, there will be participants from various domains. There will be language teachers, there will be social sciences, there will be management, there will be zoology, botany teachers, there will be various domains. These are all type of domains we were afraid of coding. We never knew how to code. Now the important thing is that IT is for everyone. For entering into IT, coding is not required. Text has become data. Text has become data. A person, a Malayalam teacher, Hindi teacher, English teacher, zoology teacher, even if you do not know coding, you can enter into IT because that is what ultimately generative AI is. Now, before going further, let me tell you how generative AI works in the simplest way. Simplest way in the sense, when you search on Google, you will see all results are coming just in one shot. But when you are searching, when you are using ChatGPT, you see that it is getting developed in front of you. The reason is generative AI is working based on one principle. That is, what is most probable next? Please remember these words. ChatGPT or generative AI is working on what is most probable next. So, in this way, it is getting developed. Now, before I go further, let me tell you one more thing. What is the difference between Google search and ChatGPT or generative AI search? In Google search, you are giving some keywords, you are getting search results. In the case of ChatGPT, it's a constructive dialogue between you and LLM, that is large language model. ChatGPT is not an AI tool, it's a large language model. It is trained on some 125 billion text pages of data available on public domain. So therefore you get responses, you get answers here. It is not telling you that you have got these many pages of search results, you go and find it on your own. It is actually telling you what is exactly the result. If it is not up to your satisfaction or you have clarification on that, you can always ask again. You can ask, you have to squeeze ChatGPT like a nimbu, like a watermelon, like a lemon. You have to squeeze. You have to do arguments with ChatGPT. I am going to speak about those things later. So Google search is not like a ChatGPT interaction. People who are using ChatGPT like Google, once again I will tell you, they are idiots and ignorance. It is not like that. ChatGPT is actually for dialogue. It is a chat. Chat means it is between two people. So therefore, it is for meaningful dialogue. And like our earlier ancient Indian education system, there the main thing was Vada. The learning used to be happen through debates. When we are in debate, we are in the peak of our attention. Therefore, we always used to use debate for the better learning. So the same thing is happening here. Who is good in questioning the answers? It is not like that you are answering the question. Those people, they are good in questioning the answers. They are going to shine more and more in any of the generative AI charts, because you are not going to take, you are not going to accept any answer the way it is given to you. You are going to question. You are going to use critical thinking. So the best, how better you are in critical thinking, that much better you are going to be in generative AI to get results. So now all this thing I think I answered. See, in our LMS, we have given more than list of more than 100 AI tools. You can always visit them. Almost every AI tool, the access is similar. You have to use your Google email ID, or you can Gmail ID, or you can use any of your mail ID, and you can go there. These are all simple and self-explanatory. But now let us go ahead with the program here. See, we are giving to a very important section of generative AI. That is a word called prompting. If you need the results of remember and comprehension level of Bloom's taxonomy, you can use any of the AI tools. You can use those things immediately. But if you want any information which is according to your curiosity, if you need any information which will support your research, if you need any information which is going to add your knowledge, then you should know how to ask the right questions to ChatGPT. That process is called prompting. In a literary English word, prompting means you are actually persuading a reluctant person. You are persuading a reluctant person. For that, what is required? That is what prompting. There are various methods of prompting. That is various methods to persuade ChatGPT to do certain very, very specific things. That is the thing. Tomorrow, first session, I am going to explain to you. So now I am going to show you what are the things we can use, how we can use this for our exciting. I am going to ChatGPT. I am going to show you that how to write a course description. with the ChatGPT. I have come here. I have written write a course description. I remove this. Write a course description for an introduction to artificial intelligence course for 14-year-old students who are with the biology background. Write in, let me say, 3 paragraphs. This is the first example I am showing you how to write a course description. As I was telling you earlier, we have given lot of twist here. Write a course description for an introduction of artificial intelligence course for 14-year-old students who are with the biology background. So ChatGPT will knows that students with the biology background how to teach artificial intelligence in a way it will resonate with their interest. It will resonate with their interest. That is what the power of ChatGPT. Okay, it can understand. It can understand what is the background. Now you see like this. Now you see like that. It will write in biological ways. Now let us go ahead with this understanding because we have got many other things to do. Now let me go to the next. Create learning goals and outcomes as per various, according to various levels of Bloom's taxonomy. See this, what I have written here. Act as an academician. Create a lesson plan. Create a lesson plan for college undergraduate students of database management system on the following learning outcomes. Now I have written my outcomes here. Now I am telling ChatGPT to make a lesson plan to attain this particular outcome. Now let us see what is coming here on ChatGPT. Okay, now let us go further. In the similar way, what I have shown you earlier, you can create a lesson plan, you can make a teaching manual. For example, now you see that you have got about half an hour in a classroom. Actually, you do not have anything to do. You can ask ChatGPT, okay, I have got this much time. You please tell me what to do in this class. I will show you one. I will show you one example here. I go to ChatGPT. I am writing a particular prompt. Write a classroom activity that would help students better understand the challenges for crafting a syllabus for a course in the university. Everybody has got complaint about syllabus, but then nobody knows that what is the real struggle involved in creating a syllabus. Now along with this, I am writing that, okay, for 30 minutes, you have got 30 minutes for this. Write a classroom activity. Okay, note here, I will write it a little earlier. Write a classroom activity for 30 minutes, because you can engage the students for 30 minutes. Now I am telling ChatGPT to develop that. Now for 30 minutes, ChatGPT is making exactly what are the materials needed, what are the activity breakdown. That is introduction is about 5 minutes, group formation 2 minutes. It is taking and it is making totally within 30 minutes. We will get an activity. Now let us go further. Now let us go. Which are all the things? This is a very important thing for every teacher. Actually, I believe every teacher should have a tab with her or him, and the teacher will have the ability to access BARD or ChatGPT wherever it is required, so that whatever is the situation happening within 2 to 3 seconds, you will have some exciting information in your hand. This is a develop a list of icebreaker questions. You know that when you are getting into a new class, or you are starting a new chapter, or you are starting a new subject, you can always tell ChatGPT, give me some stories, give me some anecdotes, or give me some quotation. With that, I can start my new class, because you know that well begun is half done. I'm not showing any examples here. Identify. As I was telling you earlier, we have visited about 258 higher education and technical education institutions in India. Everyone has got a request. Their wish list is that every teacher should be able to write examples. It means create and articulate relevant examples. Even the most boring subject will become really interesting if we can embed, if we can present it through right examples. Just tell ChatGPT that give me examples. ChatGPT will immediately give you example from any area. How this thing and all I am going to explain, etc. See, this is an interesting thing. When we can tell ChatGPT to write notes, you give me notes so that this I can give to students. At the same time, you can tell ChatGPT, you tell me what to write on the board. So ChatGPT can give exactly what is to be given as notes in the classroom. At the same time, what are all the things to be should be written on the board, and what are the things that needs to be drawn on the board. Yeah, this is an important thing. I will show you an example, creating rubrics. Because we have got teachers from various domains, I am always showing examples which is neutral. Now please listen, please see this. Create a rubric to assess the volunteering effort by graduate students for a village road construction. This is a very simple, but it is shown, ChatGPT will show how detailed it can go. You can see this. ChatGPT has developed rubrics. This is a very highly intelligent work. In the normal situation, we might spend even one day for this. Means we have to decide what are the criteria and what is how we can define what is excellent for this work, what is good for this work, what is satisfactory, and what are the criteria. For example, participation and engagement, teamwork and collaboration, this etc. etc. Now let us go ahead. See, generate presentation slide. This is the place in which I have to speak something a little more. Normal situation in PPT. PPT making is one of the most misused area in our ChatGPT and generative AI. You know what? There are more than 25,000 or 30,000 AI tools in the AI tools in the market. If somebody asks me that on how many AI tools they have to use, I will say one. You learn ChatGPT and use one AI tool. I will show you which is that AI tool. I will tell you tomorrow. It is only one. And more than 4,000 AI tools are only for making PPT. And if somebody asks me that whether how to use PPT, how to make PPT through AI, I will tell you, don't use PPT tools. Use ChatGPT. You have to only use ChatGPT. Tell ChatGPT what is your requirement and number of slides, how much in how many pages you need graphics. ChatGPT will tell exactly which is the graphic to be used. Copy this thing and put it on the PowerPoint slide. Don't go for the standard, this free PPT tools, because ultimately you will get caught. When I am speaking about you will get caught, tomorrow I am going to tell you that why generative AI is not going to lead to plagiarism. Everyone is threatening, everyone else is saying that if you use ChatGPT, you will get caught in plagiarism. If you use ChatGPT appropriately and properly, you are not going to get caught in plagiarism. So I am going to speak about this in detail tomorrow. So here I will show you how to use PPT, how to use ChatGPT for this. Okay. Please see this one for PPT. Create a 10-page PowerPoint slide deck arguing electric vehicles that are charged by the electricity generated from fossil fuels are detrimental to the society. Please suggest images on those slides where there are no data or tables. Data or tables or schematic diagrams. Means I am telling ChatGPT to suggest images, appropriate images where there are no other where there are no other data or tables or schematic diagrams. Now let us see how ChatGPT is behaving here. See, this is a very important subject. You know that many people buy EV, that is electric vehicle. EV, they all go and buy electric car. Then they come home and charge. Means ultimately the electricity coming to our house, it is coming through the fossil fuel. Then what is the meaning of using electric car? They are using the same thing. I will tell you, I have seen only one person, my friend, uh, 𝐿𝐷𝐿𝐷𝐿𝐷𝐿𝐷𝐿𝐷𝐿𝐷𝐿𝐷𝐿 Jacob, he is from Christ University. He has put solar panels on the top of his house and he is charging his electric car, Tata Nexon, from that solar power. He is a person, he is using exactly the electric power generated from solar. It is not fossil. Otherwise, 99% of people, they are using the electric car charging from the same fossil fuel. There is no use at all. So here, this is a PowerPoint slide for that. Now see this, the hidden cost of electric vehicles when green isn't truly green. It has created some Bloom's taxonomy create level of PowerPoint slide. This you don't get if you go and use any of the PPT AI tools from ChatGPT. The reason is that ChatGPT has got 700 times. I am speaking about ChatGPT 4. ChatGPT 4 has got 700 times reasoning power than other ChatGPT 3.5 related AI tools. Therefore, this is very important. So you will get it, you will get this right information which will reflect your personality, which will reflect your knowledge level. You should not make something free of cost and you go to the classroom and where you will see that 3 of your students also have the same PowerPoint slide. So therefore, it is necessary that you have to use ChatGPT with good reasoning power for getting the same. Now let us go ahead. See, this is an important point. ChatGPT's benefit is that anyone who has learned education psychology, you know that you can divide your students into various ways. They have got different learning styles, but it is not much. You can, if you go for work model, it is visual, auditory, reading, writing learners, kinesthetic learners. Or if you are going for multiple intelligence, there are another 4 types. It is very easy to personalize the lecture notes now. You can tell which is the work model you want. You can see a prompt here. You can make a prompt for kinesthetic learners. You can get it. Similarly, you can go for multiple intelligence. So with the ChatGPT, you can personalize study plans and support for your students. Let me go ahead. I am going for important topics because all these things, all these notes are available on your LMS, and with whatever explanation, whatever that major whatever major thing, what I am saying is you can get it through. You can get it through LMS with whatever explanation I give. That explanation plus the details given in LMS are enough for you to have knowledge for creating an exciting classroom through ChatGPT. Those who are in statistics, those who are in various mathematics fields or computer, you can generate dummy data. This making dummy data is a very important subject in ChatGPT. I will show you it here, how to create a dummy data. this dummy data in CSV format or as a data set, it is very important and it is very easy to make. See, I am telling, create a table of 12 rows of dummy data for the following columns: name, address, city, state, and zip code. Use fake names and addresses for the data. All names should be from the Indian state of Gujarat. See how ChatGPT is making dummy data. You see that even city is same, zip code is or pin code is same, everything is same. Everything is. Now let us go ahead creating dummy. This is a very important thing, creating hypothetical case studies. It is for management, it is for various other domains. It is very important that we can teach students meaningfully if we use it as case studies. You can create hypothetical case studies using ChatGPT. This is a subject from engineering, but you need not think that it's a big engineering subject topic. Create a hypothetical case study for a graduate class of electrical engineering to teach the students the value of efficiency in large three-phase induction motor manufacturing. Now you see that it is making a case study and everything related to this induction motor, three-phase induction motor manufacturing, as if ChatGPT was working in that field for the last 50 years. It does like that. Whoever sitting here, whoever is seeing ChatGPT, please understand one important point. I believe with ChatGPT, I am gaining about 15 years of my life more. Whatever I used to do manually, whatever I used to break my head with Google search, now I am able to get it easy on a platter in front of me. And ChatGPT is really testing my intelligence. ChatGPT is really making me more efficient. ChatGPT is making me a better critical thinker. ChatGPT is making me more creative. If anyone has got any doubt about this, please call on my number. I will explain these details to you. Otherwise, in the end, if there is a time for question answer, I am the person to convince you that how ChatGPT is saving about 15 years of my life. I am so happy with the ChatGPT and I am doing many things with the ChatGPT. Now let us go ahead. Now it was 41. We have. Yeah, this is a very important thing. Many people think that ChatGPT is only for one-sided thing. See, I am going to use ChatGPT in a very, very different way. You know, brainstorming sessions. Brainstorming session needs a moderator. So here I am going to put ChatGPT as a moderator. Yeah, you can have 5 people. You can have 5 people, 6 people, and all 6 people will be in brainstorming session. ChatGPT can be the moderator. What is the role of a moderator? Moderator is not a puppet. Moderator is going to see that whether a person's argument is correct or not. Even ChatGPT will do that. Now please read my prompt. We are having a brainstorming session. You must act as our moderator. We will feed our ideas one by one to you. You must validate our ideas or ask questions on that. If our answer is incorrect or inconsistent, you must correct us before asking next question. The subject of brainstorming is how to beat Apple on smartphones. This is the session. Please see that if any of our people we are giving some unreasonable or illogical argument, ChatGPT will stop us saying that this is not validated. You give a better argument. Then only ChatGPT will go ahead. This type of things can be done with the ChatGPT. You see this now, how it is coming here. I have given the point. I have given it in now ChatGPT is waiting for my permission. Okay, I am telling yes. Let us begin. My point here for the brainstorming is that how to beat with a smartphone or how to beat an iPhone with a smartphone. I am going to write like this. I will make my smartphone at Kottayam, Kerala, where the cost of living is low and the salary can be minimum. This is what my argument to ChatGPT. Now ChatGPT is validating. ChatGPT is telling that what you are speaking is not that completely right, because you have to consider these points before making a statement like this. This is what ChatGPT is used as a moderator in a brainstorming session. Now let's go further. Okay. Now let us go. See, this is an interesting thing. I asked ChatGPT to generate a music. ChatGPT gave the detail, and I went to another application for creating a music. Now you please see this thing. I told ChatGPT, write an effective prompt for a generative AI application for music. The music should reduce the tension created by mathematics education without any practical real-life application. The music must inspire teenagers and early 20 men and women. See, this is a very strange thing to ask. I am telling that you create a music, it will soothe the frustrated people of mathematics students. So I do not know whether you can listen, but this is the music we developed. Now, yeah, this is an interesting thing to create interactive quizzes. Let me show you an example. See, many people think that ChatGPT is only for one-sided or for dialogue. It can be made very high interactive. You can use ChatGPT for _VC examination. You can use ChatGPT for interactive quizzes. I am showing an example here. It will ask a question. It will ask a question and it will wait for the answer. Here my question is like this. Ask me multiple choice question and I will respond. If I get it wrong, give me a hint. If I am wrong again, provide me with the correct answer and an explanation. Then provide me with a new question. In the end, display my score out of 10. Similarly, you can tell ChatGPT, you in this particular subject, you make it 10, you take 10 multiple choice questions, and the first question should be from Bloom's comprehension. And if I am making it wrong, you give me a hint. And if I am wrong again, then you go back. You ask me a question from Bloom's remembering stage. If I am and if I am doing it well, then come to comprehension, then come to apply. Then I can tell ChatGPT. After 10, you give me wrong. You give me score for every question I asked from remembering. Give me 1 mark. If it is from comprehension, give me 2 marks. In this type of interaction, we can do with the ChatGPT. Tomorrow, I am going to show you how to do salt analysis with ChatGPT. Okay, ChatGPT will guide you through like a laboratory instructor. ChatGPT will take you through salt analysis from the salt to the final. What you got as a powder or something, it will go up to the end for identifying salt. Now, with this, I think it is coming to almost the end of our time, but please note that you have got this entire thing as a note on LMS. You can get it from LMS, and you have my phone number, and I will respond to your request and numbers through that. Now let us know that anyone has got any clarification, and then I will respond to chat. I will respond to the questions. Now there are few questions here. I will give that. Is it difficult to get images in ChatGPT? That is a question from Gomadi madam. Gomadi madam, you cannot get graphics from ChatGPT except some tabular columns, etc. For that, you have to go to ChatGPT's sister. It is called DAL-E. Otherwise, you can go for any. There are many other AI tools. They also will give images. But you can tell ChatGPT to give the right prompt for that, so that ChatGPT will give the prompt that you can use there. Then there is a question from 𝐧𝐸𝐬𝐽𝐷 sir. Any specific difference between ChatGPT 3.5 and 4 version, as 3.5 is freely available to use? As we know that, okay, I will tell the response like this. As we know, there are no free lunch. This 3.5 is good for if you are there for Bloom's taxonomy remembering. If you want anything more higher order thinking, you need to go for ChatGPT 4. The reason is that ChatGPT 4 has got 700 times reasoning power. 700 times. The response what you get from 3.5 and 4, there's a big difference. So if you are doing any serious work, my request is that you take a ChatGPT 4, or you pool together in your department. You can have at least one, and you please use it. And there is a Dr. Amir Mullah sir. He said that ChatGPT not supports images, but one can get yes. Thank you, sir, for this response. Then there is another question from Dr. Suvandu Pen sir. How authentic are the data provided by ChatGPT? Does it mention the data source? We need to, we are going to speak more tomorrow. How authentic are the data provided by ChatGPT? For the time being, I will tell that ChatGPT is a tool, it is not a source. ChatGPT is a tool, it is not a source. ChatGPT, you have input, you have process, you have output. Input is in the form of prompt, and process you are going to decide, and output you are going to decide. Therefore, you have control in all three. That is, you have control about input, you have control about process, you have control about output. So since you are going to control all these things, ChatGPT is a tool and it is not a source. So you have to use your discretion. How to use your discretion, I am going to speak to you tomorrow. And then there is a question from Dr. Shailendra Aswale sir. Okay. There is nothing. Any more questions from anywhere? Please let me know. So we will answer. Sijin, are there any questions in YouTube?
No, there are no questions
okay.
in YouTube. Hmm.
Okay, then I am not finding any more question, but still you can ask question and you can send me WhatsApp message. There, whatever I know, I will share with you. Okay, there is a very good question from Pooja Madam. How does the copyright law work for ChatGPT data? Madam, there was an information 3 weeks ago from ChatGPT. ChatGPT's company OpenAI says that if somebody catches you with the copyright from ChatGPT, ChatGPT's company will come and fight for you. You create anything with the proper prompting from ChatGPT, copy it and put it on Google and search whether any copyright. There is nothing. For the last 9 months, I am working on this. 9 months, I could not find anything which I got from ChatGPT has got any similar thing there. I can tell ChatGPT to write essay, no plagiarism. I can tell ChatGPT to write poem, there is no plagiarism. Everything is different. Now there are okay. Any specific difference between ChatGPT 3.5? I think I answered that question. Then let me come down. It is replacing of teacher. Means okay, that is a question from Chowdhury sir, whether ChatGPT is going to replace teacher. See, if a teacher is real teacher, no one can replace. But if that teacher is not in the definition of teacher, then it can. So it is very important that in this ChatGPT age, one has to become very good teacher. For me, teacher is not the right word. It's a learning causer. Your behavior, your facial expression, your attitude, everything, it should cause someone to learn. Means a teacher is a bad word. Learning causer is the right word. You must be the cause for someone for learning. You must be the cause. You must be the trigger. So it is not going to replace good teachers. Is there limitation on use of ChatGPT? There is limitation in the sense they have put some limitation right from the beginning, because if you have to get ChatGPT 4, you are on waiting list. And if you have to use ChatGPT, even the paid version, they are allowing some 50 communication for within 3 hours. Now there is a let me see that one. The same prompt is used by, let us say, 10 plus integer. Yeah, this is another question. If the same prompt is used by, let us say, 10 plus a different or more, will ChatGPT produce different results? No. That is the secret of ChatGPT. I am going to speak about more tomorrow. Any more questions? Okay, now we are not seeing any more questions. So Sijin sir, moderator, we will finish it now.
Yeah, I think we will. There's one question from YouTube which says, I think you answered it, but it's the same. Can we get PPT slides in ChatGPT? That's the only question.
You cannot get the ChatGPT with that graphics, but you can get all information. And as I was telling you, it is recommended to use your own slides, because you will not get caught. You will not be using the same free thing which your student also has got. Now there is a Chowdhury sir can share any course syllabus based on ChatGPT. You please listen to what we are speaking here. That is enough. And that is more than enough, because no syllabus is going to cover what we are speaking to you, because we are speaking from experience. Other YouTube people and other people are speaking from some other YouTube video. We are speaking to you from our own experience. Okay, then thank you everyone for your participation. So we will meet tomorrow again.
Yes. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Dr. Suresh Nambudiri, for that wonderful session. We will again continue tomorrow with all this ChatGPT and AI tools. We will start at 7 p.m. sharp. So be there on time, and we will continue with this topic. Yes.
Yes.
That's all for today. Have a pleasant evening.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.